at the bottom. It just comes in. Yes?
How do you scale the beziers?
Oh, how do you scale them? Okay.
Yeah.
You can, so if you get something, all right, first, let me get a different curve here. Okay, this is how your tangents normally look. If they look like this, all you can do is drag them sideways, and you see how it's kind of going crazy on me? This is what you call locked tangents and locked tangent weights. So if you want to manipulate them, what you really need to do is you have to go into curves and go to weighted tangents first. Okay, weighted tangents allow you to make them grow and shrink. And then you also want to go to, where is it? Hold on. You want to go to unlock your tangents. Where break? No, not break. Wait, there it was. Lock tangent weight. You want to go to free tangent weight. Okay. So when you free the tangent weight, that's when you get the open box. Okay. So now these are much more easily controlled than the other ones were. Okay. It allows you to grow and shrink like this, and all I'm doing is using the middle mouse button. Now, if you want to have even more control over it, then what I would do, let me go back to the one I was manipulating here. So then what you want to do is you want to, say you only want to grow one side and not the other, you click on this button which breaks the tangents. Okay, and now by holding down the shift key and middle mouse dragging at the same time, it only grows, in line with the other tangent. Okay, so by breaking the tangents, you're able to actually move it independently of the other one. But if you wanted to keep it in line with that other one, hold down the shift key and middle mouse drag, and you can make it grow as long or as short as you want. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And same thing here. I mean, even without breaking the tangents, so I didn't break this one. By holding down the shift key, I'm able to make it grow or shrink like this. Just directly in and out. And that's a lot easier than not holding down the shift key, in which case it would behave like it is behaving now, where it's trying to angle up and down and stuff. Alright? So then, having made my little parabolas, now I'm going to take a look at them and see if I'm following my own rules. So here, if I just kind of guess, this looks like I lose about 75% of the energy on this one, because there's like four grid lines here. I lose about 70%. So on this one, I'd want to be consistent, make that probably lose about 70% of its energy, and then this one, same thing, and then the next one, and so on. So that should take care of my bounces, at least to start with. We can always tweak it later if it's not looking right. Now my translation in the X direction, we look at that and we can see that there are definitely some, it's definitely slowing down, but it actually gets to this point and it speeds up again, and then it slows down, and then it speeds up again. So we want to analyze that and make sure that basically it's losing energy each time it bounces. So I'm going to take these curves and I'm going to manipulate them so that the distance traveled is always getting consistently almost coming to a stop. Now, I don't want it to come to a stop right away because it's got to hit the wall and bounce off. Okay, I don't want it to hit the wall and just stay there. So you can see here, that's what was happening at this top point. It was actually slowing down. I wanted to physically collide with that one in a sharp manner and bounce off. So I'm going to use our trick that we were just talking about. I'm going to line those up. I'm going to break that, and I'm going to make a little cusp there. So this is going to come in nice and consistently, and then it's going to bounce off there. Now, I don't really need all those, I don't think. I just need the space between bounces. So here's my first bounce. So remember, we keep those linear, right? We keep curves between, while they're in the air, we keep the curves linear. So this is the whole time this one's in the air, so I can get rid of that key. Just keep that linear. Then it's in the air from here to here. So get rid of that key. And remember, I want these to be gradually decreasing. So in this particular case, I want to knock that back a little bit. So it didn't go quite as far. And it started losing some energy. Okay, then again, it's in the air for those two. And see how this got out of control? This one was actually going up too high. So I'm going to bring that back down. And then I had one more little bounce, but this is so small. This is so small. It's really just on ones again. All right, so looking at all these together, what we notice is this is the speed I said I wanted to hit the wall at. Well, I guess I'm wrong. You know, it does have to go all the way across there, though. So what I have to do is adjust the amount that my other bouncing balls actually move. So maybe this one is a bit further along. You know, just scaling it all up just to make sure that I do actually get to that point where it will have enough speed to roll into that wall. And all the rest of these, I'm just going to, you know, position. So basically it looks like it's gradually slowing down the whole way, right? That's maybe okay. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe something more like that. Alright, so now if we play this, now it's feeling a lot better. It's feeling a lot better. Now we don't even have any roll on it yet, but that's not really what's important. You want to know about the collision. So in a way, I mean, we've got a wall collision here, which is definitely worth understanding. Just the idea that, like any other object that it collides with, you know, it's gonna hit that for at least one frame, and then bounce off depending on how rigid it is. Now you can see here that just by chance, the ball actually is penetrating that line. Actually, kind of like that because you feel the impact a little bit better. You feel it a little better when it actually overlaps the shape of that wall. So I'm just going to leave that at that point. And we might actually look at the translations in the y direction as well, and just realize that, you know, sinking the ball into the ground a little bit could potentially help us feel those impacts better too. So I'm just going to drop these down so that they're all just a little bit below the surface. See that? So that'll read as a better impact on the ground. All right, now is this really coming to rest properly? Probably not. You know, I really think if it was a bowling ball, it would have a lot harder time coming to rest. So I just expanded this. I'm going to set a key again here. Why is it not setting a key? Set a key. Thank you. And I'm just going to look again at that translation once it bounces off the ball. And at this point, it's rolling, right? It's rolling to a stop. So what I really want that thing to do is to have a nice, gradual decay to that final resting place.